With the up and coming elections, what do that mean for Christians? In this video, I'm going to go over 4 questions that I feel are important and that we should be asking ourselves on election day. What made me want to do this video is that I seen the debate between Joe Biden and Donald Trump. And Joe Biden, at times, he looked very lost or confused, and sometimes he was jumbling his words. And I understand that this isn't the first time he has been in that situation, standing there looking very confused. So one of the questions that I feel is very important to ask is Joe Biden competent enough to run this country for another 4 more years? And if for any reason his health plays a part and he has to step aside, are you okay with Kamala Harris becoming president of the United States and not just being vice president? Do you feel comfortable with her ability to run this country? Number 2, who is going to be Donald Trump running mate? Who is he going to have on the ticket with him to serve if he wins, to serve with him for the next 4 years? Number 3, who do you feel will secure our borders? Any country that you think about that is bordered with another country, they have a secure border. They have an idea of who's coming in and out of their country. We have an open border. We have no clue who's coming into our country. We have no clue what do they mean our citizens any harm? Do they mean are they coming for legitimate good reasons, or are they just coming to cause chaos in this country? Because the borders are open, we have no clue of who's coming in. You have seen some cases where their men have been SAing children, murdering children. Stories talking about that. And so having a secure border is very important for any country, especially with the United States, because we are allies with Israel. Israel is currently fighting a war with Hezbollah. We know that Hezbollah do not like Israel, and they want to wipe them off the face of the earth, along with some other radical Muslim countries. Those same countries do not like the United States, and they would have no problem with wiping us off the face of the map as well, because they look at Israel as being little Satan, and then the United States has been big Satan. So once they finish with Israel, their plans are to come and, do something to the United States. And I'm not saying that as far as scare tactics, because that's what I don't want to do, because in the Bible they always say there are going to be wars as well as rumors of wars. But this is something that we need to look at as far as having a secure border and doing what's best for the country. And then number 4, who do you feel would be able to turn the economy around? Do you think it would be Joe Biden or Donald Trump? Which president, if they're given an additional 4 more years, because that's an unusual situation that we have with these 2 men. Both men have served the country for 4 years. And so you have kind of like a way of looking at how they served the country for the 4 years that they was in office. Now, if Donald Trump is given 4 more years or Joe Biden is given 4 more years, which man do you think would be able to turn the country around as far as the economy? Because it's not about Democrat, it's not about Republican, it's what's best for the country, the nation as a whole, because we're all living here together, and we're all going to either benefit and reap the reward, or we're all going to fall, into despair together. It's not one or the other. If there are poor Democrats, there are poor Republicans. There are rich Democrats, there are rich Republicans. So everybody is going to either prosper or fail together as a nation. You will see that on both sides, the Democrat as well as Republican will use scare tactics to get you to vote for their candidate. You will also see them bringing up race. Well, this candidate is racist, that candidate is racist. But you can find race issues in both parties, Democrat as well as Republican. So stop going along with that and go by facts. Go by what can be proven, what can be seen, what is known versus what's unknown. Because regardless of who is the president of the United States, God has the final say so. God is our king. God is the one that we truly serve. We live in this world by the laws of the United States. But God's laws will always supersede man's laws. Sometimes they run together and sometimes they clash with each other. So as Christian, we always have to choose God's laws over man's laws when there is a diversion between the two. And so that's the thing that we need to remember. Like I said, I'm not telling you who to vote for. I'm not telling you to vote or not to vote. That's your personal decision. Romans 13:1 ESV. Let every person be subject to the governing authority, for there is no authority except for God, and those that exist have been instituted by God.